What is up, everybody? Shauna D Man here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having yourselves a great weekend. We are back with our movie review of Until Dawn, which dropped yesterday on Friday, April 25th. This was a movie that I have kind of been waiting for ever since we got the news of it coming out, and then we got the trailer a couple of months ago. Not a very long review, but overall, I'll be quite honest. I'm recording this probably like 40 minutes after I watched it. But overall, honestly, I actually really enjoyed this movie. Like, it was the part of, so when this movie was first announced, I myself and probably like a lot of people who've played Until Dawn thought it was gonna pretty much follow maybe a few deviations here and there, but pretty much going to be just like the video game. Because keep in mind, we've been getting a lot of video game based movies, Super Mario Brothers movies, 3 Sonic movies. You got Minecraft going on right now, and then obviously a Legend of Zelda's coming out in like a year or two, probably like 2 years, I think. But this was very, very different. And then if you remember when I did a trailer reaction to Until Dawn, one of the things I talked about was I don't know if I like the idea of them basically like having to survive, like I think it was like 13 nights is what it was. At first I thought it was 13 hours because that made a lot more sense, but I'm pretty sure it was like 13 nights. And so, but to be quite honest, like I was actually pleasantly surprised by how they did things. There are some things that I'm a little confused about, but overall, very much enjoyed the movie. I thought the cast was fine. They weren't like world beaters or anything like that. I thought they did what they needed to do with the script that was given to them and everything. They were fine. They were fine. I really like the Megan character. I mean, I like them all. They weren't bad, like I said, but the Megan character, I thought that was an interesting thing to add. Was she? I don't think she was like a full blown psychic, but she had like spiritual psychic connection, and it definitely like played some parts in the movie that I enjoyed. It was good seeing the curator, the guy that we've seen in the Until Dawn game. Great to see him in this movie. Very much felt like how it was in the games, where like you would get to a certain point and then you'll come out of the game and you're doing your therapy session with him. I think I'm pretty sure we did see like a little video game callback with an image of Rami Malek's like psychological profile on the desk towards the end of the movie. I thought the deaths were very interesting and unique. Obviously, kind of like the first one they did was with the killer, with the mask that Josh wears in the game to get his revenge on everybody. It was okay. I probably like the mask in the game a little bit more than what they presented in the movie, but I thought it was like pretty interesting. The first death and stuff like that, the first couple of deaths with that particular character was very good. I like how we see all these missing posters, and it's pretty much people who probably got stuck here and just didn't make it out, because one of the things we saw was the guest log book, and one of the names we saw was Melanie Hall, which was a friend of the main female characters. Maybe she was a family member. I wasn't quite clear on that, but you could see as the days went on, like the longer she'd been there, the more like as she's writing her name, it just becomes more and more unrecognizable. And then she ultimately turns into a Wendigo. Just like pretty much probably everybody who was not able to make it past the 13 or make it until dawn all turned into Wendigo. Look, a little bit of different backstory because they do pull the mining accident that was kind of in the game into the movie. A little bit of a twist to it. Instead of just like a couple of miners being stuck in the mine and ultimately resulting in cannibalism, the whole town basically sinks into the earth, and so um, is one of the, so part of it was one of the things that's confused, not maybe confused, but one of the things I wasn't grasping was why this was happening. And towards the end of the movie, it's like a big explanation of like, well, it's because of uh so and so's emotional state. Like your emotional state is what's fueling. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Is what's fueling everything. And I don't know, like, because like part of me was just thinking, like, so does that mean that this is like some kind of living organism, living entity that's like feeding on her emotional state, or is this, or is this something else? Because like so like because she asked the question, like, is any of this real? You know, all this in my head. And so that part, the explanation is a little bit unclear. I may have to like just read it, look up to like the ending explained or something like that to like fully get it. But that was just something that I was kind of wasn't really understanding. Was just like, okay, what's the, so why is this happening? Basically, um, I really got an enjoyment out of the scene when they were when they were in the bathroom, kind of because they after their maybe was this the first? It's might have been after the first. No, this was after this was second. This was after their second death. They're all barred up in the bathroom and everything, and they drink water, and then stuff happens, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this. This was like so cool. Very unique concept. Like, I mean, it's probably been done before in other movies and stuff like that, but very fun concept and very fun scene. And then we kind of see, because they've been there for so long, they're having a hard time. Sorry, I have something in my eye for some reason. Good lord. Um, they have a hard time remembering everything, and then I guess throughout the nights they have been recording as they went, and we just see some different little clip montages of everything that's happening to them. We see some stuff that we saw in the trailer, like the where she's like, is there like she has like a claw or something crawling out of her face, and she looks away, and then it's like half her face is gone, and it's just not gone, but it's like turning black, and like it's rotten or just aging, that kind of thing. Um, and then we just see different montages, and but I mean overall, like I really enjoyed the movie. Ending wise, it does potentially set up a sequel if they decide to go that route. Now this movie does come out alongside, I think, The Accountant 2. Um, and something else. Oh, also Star Wars Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. That also came out over this weekend. So it's up against up against some pretty tough competition for sure. I don't know if we'll get a sequel. Definitely can be a movie that can stand on its own. I still would have liked to maybe have seen the video game accuracy of it, because like probably something you could have done is maybe take a look, if you were able to pull the data of all the choices that people made throughout the Until Dawn game, where like, and just set it up to where like, okay, who was usually the most likely to die, who was next, so on and so, who was the main person that was typically 9 times out of 10 going to survive, and and play it off that way, set the movie up, because I mean, because you could do a movie like this where you could follow it, but nobody would really know who's going to die first or anything, or who's even going to survive. Because really, in the game, everybody can survive, or nobody can survive. There's just different. I think Sam's probably the only one who probably could survive. But I could be wrong about that. But I do think she's probably the only one that like legit could survive the story. But yeah, but overall, really fun movie. Really enjoyed myself. If it doesn't get a sequel, I'm completely fine with that. I think this is a good movie that could probably stand on its own. The clarity of why this is happening was very much unclear to me. Even though he kind of like explained it, it's still kind of like there's still some things that don't really make sense. But it is whatever. I'll have to probably just look it up and get the what it truly means with the ending. Because at the end of the movie, we see that like he flips the curator, or not curator, but the therapist comes back, and like it flips to a different TV screens, which potentially sets up a sequel if it goes that route. But we will definitely have to see. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this quick review of Until Dawn. Very fun movie. I highly recommend. I recommend going to see it. It's not like a blockbuster. It's not going to be like $1 billion movie. It's a fun movie. We don't get a lot of those. We're seeing it right now with Sinners, and by Ryan Coogler. That movie is really doing well, and the word of mouth is getting out, and more people are going to see it. Sometimes you just want to just watch a fun movie. This what this was. It was just a fun movie to go and watch over the weekend. So I definitely would say go check it out if you're interested. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure you comment below. Check out the gaming channel down in the description below, and I will see you in the next video.